Hello everybody, welcome back to another video here on the channel. Auvbri here, and today we are in a new type of video, or actually bringing a video back that we did once before. I don't know if you guys remember, but back in the day I had a series called Auvbri Makeover. So I thought we would bring this back. It's something being requested on stream as well, so I'm bringing it back big time here. The first build is from somebody who has been with the channel for a very long time, KeitaDarkwolf, and I'm very excited to just jump into the builds. So let's do it. Let's jump into the build here, guys. So here we have the build from KeitaDarkwolf. It was a family-styled build. In the description, I believe it read that it was a beach house. I cannot see where it is originally located, but I feel like it's a in a beach environment. But I thought, you know what, a beach house is really cool. We're gonna take a look around it here without speed first, so you can see what it looks like. I love the way that the layout of this build is. So honestly, the layout is like 90% the same as it was in the beginning of the build as it is when I'm done with it. But I really love a lot of the rooms. Actually, three of the rooms I didn't actually do anything to, because I really like them. So I just kept them as is. But this is a makeover show or series or whatever we're gonna call it. So of course I have to go in and do some stuff to it and try to really take it to my own spin. So again, I placed this lot in Sulani, seeing that this was a beach house. I really wanted to move it down to the beach and make it even more beach house-ish. Beach housey? Yeah, I believe that's a word. So you can kind of see the layout from above here as well. So you can kind of see the layout. And now we're going to jump into it. Okay, so first thing I wanted to do was put this, or at least part of the house, on some stilts. Some stilted foundation. I also wanted to, because there was something messed up with the roof when I placed it in. The game kept saying that move objects had been enabled when building this build, so some part of the build was you know, blah 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 blah, and I didn't know how to recreate the build when I couldn't really see what it looked like. So I actually decided to remove the roofing pieces altogether and kind of try and take it in my own direction. So we're gonna do a lot of jumping around, you know, in this build, seeing that it actually took a very long time for me to decorate this and make over the build. And a lot of times the reason that it takes this long is because I kind of take a step back, look at the build, and then I'm like, you know, I really love this part. How can I incorporate this part into my vision of what this build could look like? So that's actually something I do quite a lot. And I remember that is something I wouldn't say struggled, but I spent a lot of time doing when this series was first out, was actually like using a lot of effort to actually maintain the original build by looking at what the build was, but still trying to, you know, incorporate my own vision of the build. So the shell of this build is completely the same. Like, I have not changed like anything from the shell. I've only added a little porch area in the front where you go up to the front entrance. But that was mainly also because of the water, so I needed to have something, you know, to differentiate it from the rest of the build, seeing that the build is on water now than it wasn't that before. Also with the plants here, moving those around because they were in the water. And again, the roofing pieces acted as some type of sunblock up here on the deck. I also needed to fix that, but I really wanted to make the build mine. and kind of carry over my vision so you could see both of the builds. So to the exterior here, what I actually mainly did was recolor stuff and try to introduce some wooden textures instead of the brick. So something I do not like in the Sims 4 games, or actually in the Sims franchise since like ever. I have never loved the way that they do red brick. Maybe it's because the red brick in the Sims 4, mainly because this is the game we're playing right now, doesn't actually look like red bricks that we have here in Denmark. So to me, they always look very unnatural, and I honestly never really use them. So I was trying to get rid of that and introduce some wooden textures instead, and make it kind of a different type of build. So we actually have this, I want to say black, but it's more like very dark gray concrete type of brick introduced instead, and then I introduced a lot of wooden textures as well. But again, there's a lot of jumping in this build. We're gonna see it in the end what the result is. Going out to the main deck area. Now here is where I really love this build and why I chose it. All of the opportunities, all of the big, like, what can I say, like the big deck area, the balconies, everything was just so well done, with all of the big spaces. I believe, don't catch me up on this, but I do believe there was a pool introduced on this deck as well, which got like deleted or something when I put it down, but I didn't really want to have a pool here anyway, because I knew I was going to place it in Solani, so we could just place it basically halfway into the water, which would introduce a new element where your sim wouldn't actually need the pool if you have this expansion. Also, I wanted to introduce some more areas out here now that the pool wasn't in the way. So I made like this little outside kitchen area, barbecue area, big table for the family, because again, this is a family beach house, and I honestly really try to emphasize the family part of everything here. And again, I try to introduce a lot of greenery, because in the original build there was a lot of greenery hanging off walls and stuff like that. I removed that. Not that I didn't think it looked very good, I did, but it just didn't feel like it fit in with the vision that I had of the build. Going inside here, this is where there's going to be less cutting. Now, a part of the inside or interior here, a part of some footage is actually missing, which is like, I'm gonna say just straight out, it's fucking annoying. It's missing, I don't know why or where it is. I just cannot find it, but it's the part with the kitchen and dining room space. There is some part missing. Maybe I just forgot to hit record after pausing the recording. That might be an option as well, but I finished the recording, so I don't know what happened, but you're gonna see it in the screenshots in the end, I promise. But I wanted to maybe change the style inside a bit. I tried to keep it very colorful, but I also tried again to put my own spin on it. Again, I started counting 3 of the rooms I did not touch at all. So the teenager room that has this purple color scheme, I did not touch it because I love that room. I think it's very stereotypical. I really like the way that it looked. And the way that it just fit in with this whole aesthetics of being a family house. So I did not change that. I had to redo the floor plan a bit here, make the kitchen a bit smaller than it was before, so I could actually fit a living room and a dining room area in here. which wasn't present before. There was only a living room and a kitchen area with, you know, bar stools and stuff like that, which is fine. But I really wanted to introduce a dining room space, seeing again this was a family house. And I had a lot of trouble. The floor plan in this build gave me a lot of trouble. I was on the brink to be like, I'm just done with this build right now. And not because of the build itself, just because I couldn't figure out how to maintain you know, the original style with the style that I wanted to introduce. So for example, here there was this gallery wall type of thing going on here before. I tried to incorporate it, and this is what I really want to show to you guys. That I go through a lot of different ideas when doing builds, whether it be a makeover build like this one or being a original build by myself. I go through a lot of different ideas before I actually end up with something that I like and I think suits. So for example, just here with the gallery wall, the flooring, where walls go, you also saw the flooring outside on the exterior, on the deck and all that. Also changed that like 10-15 times before I found something that I was happy with. So I go through a lot of different phases. Now going into the bedroom here, you can kind of see in the back that I finished up everything in that big room. Again, I don't know, but it's like a matter of 15 minutes or something, real-time minutes of me building the last of that. So I'm gonna show it in screenshots in the end, I promise. But I really like the room in here with the greens. But when I started to look for beds that would fit in with that green color, my God, what is with that color? I talked about this on stream as well, I believe. That lime green color, I hate it. It's so bad. There was so much lime green in here that I was on the brink of being like, you know what? No, let's just delete everything. I actually changed the color scheme in here because nothing against the room itself. There was so much detail in this bedroom as well. A lot of details went into this build, but lime green, no, that's just not for me. That's not for Auvbri. That's not at all how we do. So I was just like, I need to get rid of this. Downstairs here, the two rooms in the back, which is like the room with the washer and dryer and also the bathroom, didn't change those. I changed a little tiny bit of color schemes. That's it. I really did like those rooms for what they were. Then I introduced two new rooms because I don't know, maybe in my head I thought that this was more of, I don't know why, but I had this feeling that maybe this was more of like a vacation spot, even though I know it's not. But I wanted to introduce two rooms more, so we have like this little office study area which was there before with the computer, and then I introduced a little kids bedroom, moved some of the toys into the bigger room here where we actually had a lot more space for it. But again, I really wanted to focus on the family part, and we're actually almost done here. So you're gonna watch the screenshots. I'm not gonna comment over them, but I really hope you guys like the build. And I hope you enjoyed this makeover series a lot, and just tell me what you thought of the makeover. All credit to the creator in the description down below, where you can go find out all about them. Follow me on Discord, go follow my other channel A-Game as well, and stay tuned on the channel for lots more builds and live streams. Live stream schedules are up on Discord, so go check that out as well. Other than that, thank you so much for watching. I hope you like this makeover, and just have a truly awesome and fantastic day wherever you are in the world. See you next time. Bye guys.